Welcome to class. Let's get started in our seat and we'll take our lovely summer practice here, warming and cooling and all the fun stuff. So let's find the sits bones just with our consciousness there. There's two bones at the base of the spine. Let's make sure that they're anchored here in our place on earth. Inhale and exhale. Look around you. The space around you becomes your yoga sanctuary. Inhale, let the air in. Exhale, let it out. And just notice the body. Just with the eyes open as you take in your space, feeling the shape of yourself. That outside shape, where you are. And here we are between earth and sky. And we feel our hips align with the shoulders. Another breath to just notice our neck and our head. Maybe the chin slightly tucks in so we get those ears aligned with the shoulders. And send down that anchor a little deeper through those sits bones and the tailbone. Beautiful. Take the hands to the thighs. Inhale and exhale. And as you exhale, drift the eyes closed. So we can take a deeper dive to our internal shape, noticing that miracle of our structure, skeleton, and then all of those tissues around it. As you take another inhale and exhale, notice the places that are carrying tension, maybe shoulders, neck, hips, or somewhere on the back. Take a little tour with your breath as your flashlight inward, and then wrapping your consciousness around the spine, noticing taking a little up and down elevator, noticing maybe the root of that tension might be somewhere along that line. And our next inhale, if you can bring into mind the word, we're just going to think of letting go. So inhale, let. And with that next exhale, go. Maybe each exhale, letting go a little bit of that tension that you might have become aware of. Let go. Let go. And then come back to just your autonomic breathing, noticing, did you create a shift? And since we're in summer, let's take 3 cooling breaths. Our cooling breath can come in through the curled tongue or over the tongue that's just resting on the lower lip. But you want to feel that cool air coming in through the tongue on your inhale, and then we'll exhale through the nostrils. So inhale, hold that inhale, exhale through the nostrils. Let the next cooling breath cool the mind. Exhale through the nostrils. And one more for the spirit. Exhale. And then noticing the body, the mind, and the spirit as you come back to normal breath. Just noticing the sensations that created. If things feel a little heated or swirling, you can come to that cooling breath. Let the eyes open. Take the hands to the mat, fingertips rooted. Take another inhale for letting go. Inhale, let go. Allow the tension to drift out through the fingertips, absorbed by the earth. Palms upward. We'll reach up on the inhale, let, and then palms out, go down to the earth. Two more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, drifting down. On our next inhale, we're going to reach up. Hold the inhale, and as we think of that letting go, we're going to turn over towards the right, twist the spine gently, fingers down to the floor. And then again into the midline. And exhale to the left. Invite the air in on that inhale again. Twisting to the right, just feeling that swiveling along the spine. Keeping your mind's eye on that spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale to the midline. Prayer position at the top. Exhale. Let's sway side to side here. Feeling that nice evening out of our side bodies and lengthening right to left, ironing out. Come back up. Allow the fingertips to drift to the shoulders. Elbows make circles behind you. Small circles at first. If you choose to spiral them out a little wider, that's fine. And let's draw those fancy circles back forward. Tiny, then spiraling out. Beautiful. Allow the hands to drift down to the floor. Look over your right shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, explore the other side. Bringing that soft gaze along with it. Come back to center. Inhale here, third eye awareness. Look up at the sky. Just bring that sky into the third eye, so that expansiveness. Take that slice of sky with you and look down at the heart. Expand across the heart. Inhale, exhale. As you inhale and exhale, just expand shoulder to shoulder as you look down at the heart. And from here, with the chin tucked, we're going to lengthen along the sides. So we're going to slide our chin towards the right shoulder, holding strong with our left fingertips on the floor. And feeling that lengthening, evening out the tension on the left side, coming back across that plane, back to the center. Inhaling up, look right and left, just finding that axis inside the skull, right and left. Inhale, look up, another slice of the sky, and then look down. And we're going to slide our chin towards the left shoulder, taking a tour to the left. And those right fingertips, press them into the floor. Through the breath, let go of that tension on the right side. And slide inward again to the midline. Inhale, look up. And take the hands to the thighs. So we're feeling those hands press down on the thighs. We're anchoring our hips and just making circles with our torso around the inside of a large circle, or make it small if you want to. As you inhale, make that awareness travel down to the base of the spine, to the center of our pelvis. We're moving around that, orbiting around that little anchor point. And then we're going to change the direction of the circle. Awareness of pelvic floor. Lovely. Let's take a hand to the heart, hand to the belly. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands together right on top of left. In front of our solar plexus, our power center. Link the hands together, elbows out to the side, and pull outward towards the elbows. This is our Ganesh hands, clearing the path, clearing the obstacles. Inhale, exhale, feel the breath in your hands, that big breath. And then change the cross of your hands, left on top of right, pressing down, and then outward, linking the hands. Inhale, exhale, clear the path. Forward with power. Lovely. Let's release the hands. Let's just take a wrist action while we're here. Faucets, waving out of our royal wave to each other, and then on up. Happy news, hands. And then down. Let's stretch it out on the mat long. Let's make some summer snow angels. Take a long blanket roll beneath your spine, cradling that spine. Opening up across the chest as we lift our chest up. First, take the sits bones to the edge of that blanket. Feel the hands behind you and the feet on the floor. Spread the toes so we notice the space between. And then place the toes down. You got your nice anchor through the feet there. Now lean back onto the blanket. Take the hand behind the head so you know where that lands. If it lands on the edge of that blanket, great. If you need more space for that top of your head, you can take a block at the top of the blanket or a pillow. If this is uncomfortable for the low back, simply lower your blanket roll a little bit so that it's folded and not lifting the low back up as high. So when you find your place here with the feet firmly planted and the spine supported, the rib cage lifted up, you are visiting the breath again and expanding the capacity for your breath just by that lift, that support of your ribs. Therapy for the breath here, lifting our heart skyward, inviting that expansive slice of sky energy into the heart. Breathe through the heart, exhale. Feel the resting of the ribs, back of the ribs on the blanket and the back body supported. And as we move about in space, try to remember that feeling of the back body supported softly. And then we're going to reach the arms up above the head. So feel that pivoting of our shoulders, reaching up. Feel free to keep the elbows bent here. We're just taking a nice snow angel effect here with our arms. And then elbows towards the ribs, exhaling, or the hands towards the hips. How far you carry these angel wings is your choice. Inhale. Exhale. So we're broadening across the heart, shoulder to shoulder, opening up the collarbones so we can take a easier journey through those hip shoulder sockets. Stretch long and then release. Exhale down. Just feeling one more of our summer angel here. Sand angels, maybe. Inhale and exhale. Feel your expansive energy beyond your fingertips. So just feel yourself beyond yourself. our energetic field. So important as we carry that around too. Take the arms out to the side, another couple of breaths here. Just letting go around those shoulders, letting go of the back body and that low back effort. Bringing our breath into the front body, noticing the breath action on the front body. So allow that to wake up a little bit as we move into movement. So a lot of our strengthening coming to that front body and taking the load off the low back. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Roll off your blanket. We're going to come onto the back for some core work. So roll onto your side. Take your time. Move that blanket aside. And we'll come out to the knees bent, feet on the floor. If you have a block nearby, we're just going to take that block to the right. Oh, we'll start on the left foot because it's in the screen here. Take it under your left foot and just place your left foot on the mat. I'm sorry, oh, not on the mat, on the block. So I'm just suggesting this therapeutic action for the leg here. If you're ever wanting to bring those knees closer to the hips, but you just want to take that gradual, you can always put your foot up on a block here just to bring that thigh closer. Super therapeutic tip here. Just to, if you're feeling like sometimes the low back hurts and you don't want to bring the knees up, just take the foot to that block. Let's switch it to the other side, just using your feet as your guide there. Left foot comes down. Place the right foot on the block. Inhale, exhale. Just noticing you can use those props to modify any of the actions here. Let's move that block aside for the moment and just take both feet on the floor. Inhale, exhale, arms beside you, hands, the feet of our arms, hands down on the floor. Fold the shoulders away from the ears and from the midline. Feel the strength of your back body. And then on our next inhale, bring the mind's eye into the front body. Then we're going to tuck that navel towards the floor. Flatten out the low back. So we notice the action of our front body. And then back to neutral. And then flatten out again. Inhale. As you inhale, trace the line of the spine, becoming aware of that lengthening. And then curve that low back. Lift the pubic bone off the floor. Lengthen out again, exhale, lifting. So as you lift, feel the strength of your abdominals, as if the front body is pulling you up into towards a bridge, keeping the arms on the floor. Inhale, exhale, lift, and then down. Lift a little higher. And down, following your breath. Neutral spine, then lift. And down. Inhale, lift. Hold, pressing through the feet. Feel your shape again, changing here, lifting the arms towards the sky. Take the shoulders and anchor them to the floor as you lift up for that sky hug. And then lift the arms above the head. Feel the reach from your knees to your fingertips. As you continue to tuck the tailbone upward, engaging the glutes. And then reach the arms up, hug the sky again, and wave it on down like a surfing wave here. Now the next two bridges, let's take it nice and fluid with our meditative breath. Meeting in our bridge prep position. If that block is nearby, grab that. We'll lift the hips up and just place that underneath the sacrum if that's comfortable. Taking a spa bridge here, feeling our oxygenation from the spine to the brain in this diagonal. Let's take one cooling breath here across the tongue. Hold it. Let it go through the nostrils. Clarifying breath. Let go of the tension in the low back. Use the strength of your front body, those abdominals, to lift up off the block and then remove the block. Let's do a few little more core awareness here. Inhale, exhale, lift the right foot off the floor and place it down. Another inhale, exhale, really engaging our front body as we press the lower ribs down on the floor and then lift the foot off again. Try it on the left side, inhale. Exhale, whole awareness of front body, lifting the left foot off the floor and down. Another breath, exhale, lift the left foot off the floor again. So as you walk through space, wherever that is, let's take the right side again. Following the breath, just noticing what is the engine behind that lift. Our left side, so that we're not taking the strain in our backs all the time, but using all of those muscles through our breath and our abdominals to power forward. As we walk those feet, and then take the arms up, hug the sky, connect the wrists and the knees like the puppet strings, and march. Noticing that subtle awareness that we don't always have time for if we're moving fast, walking, dancing, etc. And now hug your midline on the next inhale. Just hug that center of the center. Beautiful. Come down, feet down. Just take your palms upward towards the sky, stretching out those wrists, docking in through those shoulders while pressing upward with your hands. Just feeling that power through your hands to the sky. And then circle the wrists outward, our flamenco hands, and then come back inward. Ah, nice. We're going to roll over onto the belly. And we'll take our forehead to the floor. Take that slice of sky vision in with that third eye, place it on the earth. Take the elbows out to the side, just the hands and palms down above the head. Taking this pose, power pose, to power up our front body with that earth energy. Press the tops of the feet on the floor. Press the tailbone towards the heels. Notice front body awareness here. Use that power, taking the hands to the shoulders, next to the shoulders, elbows to the ribs. A breath here. As you exhale, power up and come into cobra, lengthening the back of the neck, and then down. Pull back towards the heels, really feeling that almost like a mermaid fin down there, tail at the feet, really feeling an anchor through the tops of the feet. And down again. So to power up through the front body, you can take an extra challenge here, lifting the hands, hovering above the floor, or keep them docked down if that's better for you. Or you can lift the hands off the floor using the front body power to lift that head up as high as you wish, lengthening the back of the neck. And then down, sliding the hands next to the ears and reaching long. So we're lengthening. Take the fingertips and claw the floor. So pull them back towards the head and just walk those feet out a little further, the tops of the feet. And then release to the floor, let go. And then inhale, exhale, lift up everything off the floor. Head, arms, legs. Paddle. Take a summer swim, feel the water around you, the fluidity of your movement. And down, come down. Exhale, let it all go. Sway the hips side to side. As you inhale and exhale, feel the tension just release from the low back here. Yes. And now take the forehead to the floor. We're going to bend the knees if that's comfortable for your low back. If not, just keep swiveling the hips side to side. We can take the soles of the feet towards the sky and just take the knees side to side. So, sorry, not the knees, the feet side to side and the shins. Just taking a gentle stretch here. Little opposite windshield wipers on our bellies. And then take the forehead to the floor, keeping the knees bent and the feet lifted up. So as you inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, really draw that navel towards the spine and take your arms back and reach the fingertips towards the heels. You don't have to reach it with the head on the floor. So we're just stretching out across the collarbones. Now another breath. If you want to take this challenge, exhale, navel towards spine and lift the head off the mat. So we're taking our time here in this pose, but reaching towards the heels. And exhale, everything side out. Take one ear to the mat. Rest the head and the neck. And the hips side to side again. And then look down at the mat. We're going to take the forearms to the mat and ease ourselves up. Awareness of front body as we come towards a forearm tabletop. And shins on the floor, our anchor, forearms and shins. And take a moment and grab your blanket if you need to. Treat those shins carefully, which you should. Take that blanket beneath the shins. So we still have the tops of the feet on the mat here. Find our shape. We're oxygenating the brain with that diagonal, sacrum to skull. And then separate the shoulder blades and bring them together. And separate. Inhale. Exhale, release. So as we lift the heart towards the sky, we're going to let in that energy. Expand and exhale. Let go of whatever you need through the heart into the earth as the shoulder blades come together. So this is an energetic refresh and a physical refresh through those shoulders. Our hunching muscles get unhunched. Beautiful. And then we'll take our hands to the floor, finding our quadruped. And here we go, hands beneath the shoulders, and you can take fists toward each other if that's better for your wrists. Knees beneath the hips, find our horizontal. Inhale, trace that line of the spine down to the center of the pelvis and hug that midline. As you exhale, navel towards spine. So you've established your shape, and let's take bird dog. Right leg out, left arm next to left ear. Reach it up, see if those hips can stay even as you lengthen, lengthen. Exhale down, remember that power center. Remember that place of the power center coming back to tabletop. Inhale. Let's find that power center. Lift it slightly towards the sky. And then left leg, right arm. So those Ganesh hands marking our solar plexus power center. Keep it fortified as we take the other side. And is the front body staying awake and engaged here? Each exhale, a reminder of our strong core. That strong center, always there. Nice. Coming back here, one cat-cow. Inhale up. Exhale to cow. And then coming back to the midline, let's take a side here with our tabletop. Just a swaying cow or horse, whatever animal you choose, side to side. Lovely. Let's take ourselves toward down dog. Feet back, hands forward, and toes curled as we take the ribs to the thighs. Down dog. And if you want to stay in tabletop and take a child's pose, that's perfectly fine. Customize. Or begin to pedal the feet in down dog as you really make space for your spine, pushing away from the hands. And then this nice hint to take those shoulders away from the ears, folding them away from the midline will engage those larger muscles of the back. Use the breath here, feel it travel all the way through those ribs. 360 degrees, exhale, let it go. Find the back of those legs, right? Back body on the legs, hamstrings lengthening, and bend the knees evenly and bringing the heels down. Nice, down dog, relax the face, and then bend the knees, walking the hands. Take our walk to the wild side here to the top of the mat, hands on the floor, keeping the knees bent. More oxygenation for our lovely minds here as we shake the head yes and no. Fingertips claw the floor and pull back towards the heels, breathing up into a flat back. Really inflate the back ribs. And then we'll sweep the arms back. Olympic skiers here. Sweep the hands down and then into chair pose for our traveling upward. Squeezing an imaginary block between your thighs. Lengthen the back. So powerful. This is getting better and better. As we press the feet down to the floor and rise on up, slowly bending the knees so we can minimize any dizziness. Right hand immediately meets that left wrist and we lean on over to the right. Smooth movements here. Right hand, as we come back up, right hand, left hand to right wrist. Leaning over, finding how the legs waking up to that torso. Clean line of energy there. Let's take prayer position above the head. So we are like an arrow to the sky. That energetic field above our heads, it's real. We've got that reverberating energy from ourselves upward and outward. And then sweep around to wingspan arms. That Da Vinci arms radiating, and then back to prayer position at our heart. Bring it all in. Beautiful. Now remember those hands we were taking, we were lying down. Take those mountain feet hip width apart and take the arms out and just press them against an imaginary wall. So as you press them, or you can press fists if that's more comfortable for your wrists. So we're just pressing, and notice as you press an imaginary wall, you wake up the bigger muscles of the back, right? And now we're going to notice our lower half, right? So we're going to notice those legs. Inhale, exhale, dropping the tailbone. And we're going to crawl up the wall, just bending that right knee in that puppet pose we had earlier. But this time we're going to take that right hand up, match it with the knee, just marching up the wall. Back, right foot comes down. Bring the left foot up in the left arm. So you're pressing down through the shoulders. So we're powering this with those larger muscles. And then when we lift that knee, see if we can just keep that front body fired up. Little wall walk here, and then release the hands, shake out the wrists. Stay in mountain here. Inhale, exhale. Let's take ourselves to the left foot and lift the right knee off the floor. Balancing here. Feel free to take your hands to your hips, noticing if we're lifting through the right hip. See if you can even them out. Stand strong through that left leg. Root the foot, the ankle. Feel the knee and the ankle aligned and the hip. And then grab the back of your right thigh. Hug it towards you. See if you can maintain that balance. Rolling shoulders down. Great. And then releasing a little bit lower on that thigh. Maybe you want to straighten out the leg, but again, if your low back is compromised in some way, you don't have to do this. Just a little extra bonus. Great. Point and flex the foot. Or if you have it bent, you can still do that. Nice. And then release the thigh when you're ready. We're going to sweep it right into a balancing stick. So take that right foot back and just fly forward, arms out to our radiating wingspan, keeping the hips even, front body awareness as we exhale and hug in, fly forward. Beautiful. And now back, bringing that right foot forward, back to mountain. We're going to take our balance to the right and take the left foot back to high lunge. So opposite foot. So we're getting that support on the right foot. Left foot comes back as we high lunge. Beautiful. Let's take the hands to the hips, guiding them forward as we exhale, feeling that tailbone drift down to the floor, towards the floor, and we feel that navel towards spine action. You can feel it in your fingertips even. Feel those abdominals awake, right? Take the hands to the shoulders, just feeling that alignment with our ribs and hips. Inhale skyward, prayer position above the head. And then gaze up at your hands. The salute to the sky. And then come bringing the gaze forward, hands to hips. So you have a choice here to tiptoe forward to a forward bend and then back into a low lunge. Or you can sweep forward directly into a low lunge. So I'm just giving you that choice. Sweep the arms up and then exhale either into your forward bend and then back to a low lunge, or just sweep down with me now to a low lunge with the left leg back. So feel that length, hands or fingertips on the floor. Inhale, length into that left side. And as you exhale, hug the feet towards each other. Runner's lunge, we're entering the Olympics, so let's go runners. And then we're bringing our our shin down in the back there towards tabletop. So just sweep back that right foot to tabletop. And let's take the hips back to heels, child's pose, stretching out and making space for our vertebrae here. Oh, Nice length in the spine. Child's pose, and if you want to take anything more challenging, you can take downward dog. Inhale, exhale, roll the spine out here. And then curl back up through a cat pose to tabletop. Exhale into cow. Coming back, we'll do a side action again. Nice. Now we're going to take our hands out and take ourselves to that other side. So curl the toes under through a down dog, or, if you choose to just walk forward to a forward bend, that's another option. Get a visit to your hamstrings through the down dog here. Inhale, walk the feet forward again to the hands. Pull back with the fingertips. This time, we're just going to fold upward. So take the hands to the thighs and then fold on up, nice straight back, up to standing, bending the knees along the way. Woo, beautiful. And then reach on up to the sky. Prayer position, let's sway side to side. More lengthening of our side to side. Beautiful. Ah, come on back up. And we'll go right into that knee lift. So this time we're balancing on the right side. The left knee comes up, floats up. Hands to hips, make sure they're even. And then hug that. Do a little hug towards you underneath the thigh. See if you can keep that balance, ankle, knee, hip aligned on the right side. Inhale, exhale. If you want to drift out towards a straightened knee, straightened leg on the left. Point and flex the foot. Hug it back in. And then release. Drift right into a balance here with the arms out to the side. Fly it out. Heart to fingertips. Radiate. Hinging at that right hip. Coming back to mountain. We're going to take the right foot back. So balance on that left as we come back to a high lunge here. Inhale, exhale, find the hips, find that tailbone as if it were connected down to some deeper part of the earth. Still connecting there. Feet, exhale towards each other. Inhale, or let's take the hands to the hips, then to the shoulders. Inhale on up, prayer position. Look up. Salute the sky on this side. Exhale, arms out, back to the hips. Here's where you have that choice. You can come into a forward bend and then into a low lunge, right leg back. Or sweep the arms up and down directly to a low lunge with your left foot forward. Feeling the length here on that right side. Left foot firmly planted. Exhale. We bring that shin down on the right side. And softly sweep that left foot back to tabletop where we go right into a cat-cow. And one more time. And side to side. And then we're going to come up to do some tree balancing. So let's take a down dog. Again, more hamstring stretching. Feel free to pedal out here. And when you're ready to bend those knees, walk the hands to the feet this time. Hanging out here with the knees bent and the head down. Inhale into a flat back, and you take that choice between a chair on the way up, chair pose, or just coming up, right up to standing. Your choice. Beautiful. Let's walk ourselves to the middle of the mat. In mountain pose, let's just mark our center space. Inhale, exhale. Find yourself here. Plant the feet. Inhale, find the place between the arches of the feet on the floor, just in your mind's eye. As you exhale, bring that up like a light through the center of the body, all the way through the crown of the head. And then from there, another inhale, same light, same spot. Exhale, bring it on up, and we'll just establish that's the center ring of our tree. So when we take tree pose, we want to become aware of that ring in the center of the center of the center. All right, let's take our tree pose. So we're going to take that same knee lift, but this time left foot on the floor, right knee up. So balance here, hips even, hands on hips. And then we're going to turn that knee out. Find a place on the inside of your left foot that's comfortable, left leg that's comfortable, where your eyes establish your space, your forest. And lift the arms when you're ready for your waving branches or still branches, or just prayer position at the heart. Can you find the center ring? Align your eyes with that center ring. Wrap yourself around it. Align the throat, the heart, solar plexus, the root. Inhale, exhale, arms out, sweep it down to the other side. Right foot firmly established. Inhale, hands on hips. Exhale, lift that left knee. Balance here. And then turn the hip out as we take a comfortable place inside our right leg with that left foot. A familiar pose. Let's get even deeper. Reach the arms up. We've toned that mind's eye so well that we can focus and find that inner center, powering us forward, adapting to whatever's around us. Exhale down. Beautiful, beautiful. Trees out there. Roll the shoulders back. Roll them forward. And just here with a firm stance through the feet, we'll just bring our cactus arms up, thumbs behind us, pinkies up. Inhale, cross shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, and then take the thumbs back, pinkies up. Maybe look up a little bit towards the sky. And then down, exhale, drop the laundry off the line, or just have the laundry hang off the line. Inhale up, thumbs back, pinkies up. Forward and down. One more time, unrounding ourselves. Pinkies up and back, and then forward. Reaching out, arms out. Let's take ourselves to a wide stance. From here, reach the arms up and fly forward to a forward bend, wide-legged. Hands down. On the floor, feel them firmly on the floor. Left hand, let's bring it below the face as we twist over to the right. And down towards the floor with that right hand across the heart. Left side, twist. Beautiful. Hang the head down. Hands on the floor. Just feel that release through the neck. So our weight of our head the traction for the neck, carving out space in those vertebrae. Boy, they really just need all the space they can get as they're constantly in the opposite direction on top of each other. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Walk the hands out slightly, and you can take this wide plank, or you can just simply heel toe yourself into and walk those feet into a forward bend, knees bent, come down. We're going to make our way down to the mat. So however you'd like to do that, carefully down to the mat. Slide onto your side. Nice. And then onto the back. If you have a strap handy, that would be a great time to get it. Let's get into those hamstrings for a little moment here. Feet on the floor, knees bent. Feel the back body again. Take a cooling breath here. Cross the tongue. Exhale. And then inhale, knee towards the chest. Let's take the strap around the right foot and raise on up with that leg towards the sky. Hamstring. Bend and straighten the right knee. Feel that right hip as if it had a sandbag just rooting it to the floor. Slide that foot towards the left hip and bend and straighten. Making more space in the back body. And then bring that foot outward. So turn those toes towards the right shoulder. Bend and straighten. Whoosh. One of these three toe positions will probably bring out the most sensational experience. Good job. Come back to neutral toes. Let's take both sides of that strap in our right hand, pressing through our left foot. We can come all the way onto our left side. Just allow that foot to drop to the floor. Bend your left knee. Take both sides of the strap in the left hand and take our right hand to the heart. Elbow to the sky. Open up our hearts, sternum towards the sky. Reaching across that right arm. You can look over towards the right. Just bring that gaze over towards the right. You can find your left foot if you'd like with your hand. Find the breath. Cooling things down. As our earth warms, cool ourselves down. And then release. Sweep across the sky, right hand meets left. And we're gonna come onto the back, bend that right knee and switch to the other side. Left knee towards the chest, lift that foot up and straighten the leg. Bend and straighten in the neutral toe position. And then we'll take those toes towards the right hip and bend and straighten. Sending our breath to the root of that left hip. And then we're going to take our toes back to neutral and then across towards our left shoulder. Bend and straighten. Feel the lengthening of the tissue of the back of the leg. So we've got fascia, our muscles, really strong connection heel to hip and to low back. Back to neutral. Pressing through our right foot, we can come directly onto our right side, holding both sides of that strap in our right hand. Left hand at the heart, inhale, exhale, reach that left arm out to a twist. And find the foot if you wish, or just look at the sky, or find that you gaze towards the left. Release tension. That fuel of our breath directing, we can direct that breath to fuel whatever we need to. Release, sweeping across sky. Left hand meets right. Guide that leg back on up and bend the knee for a full release. Now it'll be that much easier to lengthen out right leg and left leg. They feel longer now, I hope. And our feet drift out to the side, slipping right into Shavasana with our shoulders rolling away from the midline, palms towards the sky. Travel with your exhale, sinking into that sand beneath you, making an impression, your individual, shining, beautiful shape in the sand beneath you. Find your breath in your mind's eye. And with your breath, travel with that breath through the body. Take that same tour you took, noticing the benefits of your practice on the body. Next inhale, breathe with the whole body. And exhale. Inhale with the whole mind. And exhale. Inhale with the whole spirit. And exhale. Inhale with mind, body, and spirit as one. Exhale. Celebrate that spirit of yoga. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Bend the elbows and the knees. and roll onto your right side. Ease on up to a seated position. Hands at heart in Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much to all of you for joining me in this practice today. Namaste.